It brings me great pleasure to be your host. And I'm so glad you tuned in to the Lady Boss TV1 YouTube channel, where we have a show for you today. So ladies and the men who love us, grab your favorite cup of joe, sit back, and spend this hour with me. And when we come back, we're going to be joined in with the Deanna Francis, the Dream Coach. And we are back with the Deanna Francis, the Dream Coach. Welcome, Diana.
Thank you, Janise.
I'm going to say the divine Diana.
Thank you.
She's
nice
glowing today. You are glowing today.
I want to take her home with me.
You can. I can come. I'm ready. As long as you cook breakfast, lunch, dinner.
That's right.
I'm good. No, but honestly, you are really looking, beautiful today. And I know before we get into the Dream Coach and what it's all about, you shared something with me today, and I just kind of want to share with my people that you said that you're now being a little bit more comfortable in your skin and thinking that you're beautiful, which took me back because I always thought that you were absolutely beautiful. So, and also very confident. So I don't know if you want to speak to that a little bit.
Yes, yes. As I said to you today, when you gave me that compliment of looking gorgeous and radiant and everything, as I said to you, I had not always felt beautiful. And that was because as a child growing up, there were different things that you got teased about. And my middle name is Claire, and so for the longest time I went by Claire. And I used to get teased, how come you're Claire, your name is Claire and you're so black?
Wow.
So
that's crazy.
Yes. And various little things that happen as a child growing up.
But you probably masked it though, like in terms of like one of the things growing up, because my complexion is dark as well, so I can definitely relate to some of the things that were said. I was very confident and proud. As a matter of fact, being black, this color is all I know. So I remember when somebody kind of highlighted the fact, like asked me, how come I'm so dark? And I'm like, I am? I didn't even notice because it's not something that you live with every day. But after that, I started to kind of looked at the mirror differently.
Then you noticed.
Yeah. But I still tried to mask, not that I was in pain, but I didn't want people to make this be the thing that they tease me about.
And that you're defined by.
Yeah.
Well, mine was also complicated because my mother is black, but my stepmother is white. So my mom was in North America and I was being raised by my dad, grandmother, and my stepmother who's white.
Wow.
So even when I came here and as an adult, I've had people who made fun of me and say, oh, you're an Oreo cookie. And so I gained my voice by saying to them, yes, I am an Oreo cookie. Mm-hmm. I was given birth to by a black woman and I was raised by a white woman, so yes. Mm-hmm. So what's inside, yes, I was very proud of that. Mm-hmm. So when people say that, I was really proud of it, but still never really saw myself as beautiful. And
when was that? When did you finally look at you? Because I've always seen you as beautiful.
Yes.
But when was it that you realized I am? What was there a turning point? Was there just an age? When you get to a certain age, it's like,
yep,
I am what I am, and that's it. Or
well, believe it or not, like I said, even as you said, the masking of it is part of it. So you grow up. I had my first son. He is now in his 30s.
Something like that.
And
older than a teenager.
Right. He's older than, all my children are older than teenagers. And that's it, yes. And then, growing up and having them and being confident and everything else, trying to be confident, but recognizing after my daughter was born that my confidence was manufactured. Mm. Yes. And so then I recognized the fact that I was rearing a young woman, a daughter, who will grow up, and I wanted her to be proud. I wanted her to be confident. All those things that I felt that I wasn't, that I was pretending to be, because I've always had to say, oh, you're so confident, oh, you're so strong, and I'm thinking, yeah, look on the inside. But anyway.
But you know what too? It's almost, I think, fake it till you make it, because you're subconsciously you were strong, but conscious wasn't picking it up.
That's right.
And sometimes you just gotta fake it till you make it.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
But you know,
never let
for
them
me,
see you sweat.
Yeah, but for me, even back then, it wasn't the faking. I said faith, because my faith in my Creator was strong, really, really strong. There were times when I felt like I was not a good daughter to Him, because I went my way and did what I want to do. But every time I came back and I prayed and I asked for His help, He was always there.
Wow.
So that was what started me on the journey of discovering who I am.
And that's probably how you got into being the dream coach. Now that's a perfect segue to what we want to talk about. Like the fact that you're a dream coach. I know over the years you have given me some solid advice and some solid strategies in terms of dealing with things. And to this day, I still use them. So what made you become a dream coach?
Well, like you said, and thank you very much, because our friendship has lasted, and it's still like, yes, you're my sister from another mister. It's true friendship, it's true sisterhood. Because, when you have challenges, you call me. When I have challenges, I call you. And
I'll be calling her like, because she is my sister, I can do the ugly, there's only some
ugly
people,
crap. Yes.
And I'll be like, and she'll walk me off the bridge, so
and that's what it was. It's like, I was always there for everyone, my family and friends and everything else. And every time someone came to me with a challenge, the wisdom came, the words came, and I know it was, as I say, from my Creator, the words came. And I often wow, what is this? So even before the industry of coaching came alive, that was something that I've always done. I've always been supportive for others. So then I recognized that, yes, as much as I'm there for others, I have to be there for myself. I had to get present. And so therefore, owning my spa, which you came to when I had a spa and everything else, and I was doing all of that, I worked on myself. I kept on working on myself, because I wanted to be a better supporter, a mentor, a leader for all those young women, my daughter, right? As I saw them and, people coming into my life, you engage with strangers. So you have to be aware of who you are and what you bring to the table. And that's how my idea of becoming a dream coach.
But the dream coach is we have the life coach, but then we also have the dream coach. Like, you are actually breaking new ground with a dream coach, because most people say life coach, but what makes you a dream coach?
Well, for me, it's that secret yearning, that thing that sometimes that you'll say, if I was granted 3 wishes, what would they be? And
to be 6'5", can you handle that? Or they have to be realistic?
No. I've already given you the secret to that one.
Oh.
And remember, yes. So therefore, we're gonna work.
Oh yes, that's true. To be continued. Okay, you're
continued, right. So therefore, that side to it.
Yes.
But yes, it's like what those 3 wishes could be, and then you go from there, and you just start peeling back the layers. Because we all have that secret yearning that we would like, and so many people get stuck in dead-end jobs, relationships, trying to be for everyone what everyone wants, but not being that secret that you keep inside. And so that's what I do. That's where I come in. It's to help.
Do you feel that a lot of people are living their dream, or do you think that they're just existing in life? What's your thoughts on that?
I spent a lot of years existing in my life, and even recently, and I'll come back to recently, that I realized that I was existing in my life because of an incident that occurred. Whereas I was on my way home one morning from work, and I observed a young man standing on a bridge, and when I looked at him, I felt this overwhelming sadness. And I thought of calling 911, and I said, well, why would I call 911? They'll think I'm crazy by just saying somebody's looking odd on the bridge. And I tried to go home, but on my way home, as I turned into my driveway, I felt strongly that I needed to go back, so I did. And as I got there, I realized that what I thought is actually what was occurring. As I got out and was speaking to him, I realized I didn't have my phone with me, and I tried several times to get someone else to stop, and no one did. And that for me was really, really shocking. And as
that nobody would stop.
Nobody would stop.
In a time of someone's
yes,
trouble.
because where my car was parked, and me as a black woman, engage with a young white male. In that instant, if I was driving by, I'd find it odd, but no one did. Anyway, I saw in my periphery that a car was coming, so I turned like this and waved, and by the time I turned back, I just saw him.
Ooh.
Yes. For the longest time, it took me weeks, several weeks, and I saw myself just going around my life. And then I recognized that in order to honor him, I have to do something positive by making him ending his life be the opportunity of giving me my life, my life's purpose, again, reawakening it.
So reigniting.
Yes.
Reigniting your dream.
Yes. And
to
so,
help other people
to help
live
other
out their
people.
dream.
Yes.
Wow.
So that's why we're here today.
Wow.
And
I know you've already started honoring him because you've helped a few of your people, a few of your clients, because a lot of people don't even know that they have a dream because it's been so suppressed with, as you say, people are just kind of existing. And I know sometimes people, it's not that they don't have a dream, but we've been taught to basically, live 9 to 5, be responsible,
yes,
bring the bacon home.
Yes.
So then we don't even know we're suppressing the dream, right? It's so far down. We don't even know how to dream anymore. Yeah. Is that what you're finding with some of the clients
yes,
that
I am.
you come in contact with?
I brought someone with me, and we'll talk with her later.
I can't wait.
Yes, and what it was is that I met her, and like her vibrancy and her zest for life was what was captivating about her, right? Her smile was like, oh my gosh, yes, light up the bus, because that's why I met her. And just the way she engaged with her passengers and so forth was really something that really touched me, because the day I actually met her, I was coming from one of the therapy sessions that I had regarding the incident. So her aliveness.
I don't believe in accidents, by the way.
No.
I believe that was meant to be. You were meant to meet her at that time.
Yeah. And I was meant to be there with that young man too, because it's like, as I said, he gave me a gift. And so because had I gone straight home that morning, I would have totally avoided it. But there were 2 or 3 things that kept me from going home, even though I had to go back to work later that night, right? That kept me and had me be where I was at the time. So again, I value his life, and I'm happy that I was there. And I've had friends who say they were happy that I was there, and they said that only I could deal with it because they know that somebody else may not. And I understand the strength that it takes to deal with something like this. But getting back to my lovely guest that I brought along with me today, as I said, her vibrancy, her light, her radiance, all of that, right? And then I gave her my number, right? And so after giving her my number, we contacted each other and we chit-chatted, and she kept saying to me, I'm so sorry that I'm taking up so much of your time, but I'm like, no. The time that I have
And don't reveal what her dream is until,
No, I will not, definitely.
We'll let them come back to find out what that is.
Yes, and so with
But
that,
you were able to kind of unmask.
Yeah, because when I asked her about what her dream was, she said, she had no clue. She said, I don't know.
And she's like so many people that
yes.
It's just, so first of all, they probably don't know because it's been where they didn't even have time to dream. That there's this famous Twitter, ain't nobody have time for that.
Yes.
Ain't nobody have time to dream, right?
Yes,
I'm busy trying to get the kids off to school, trying to get myself on time for an appointment. So it's maybe just A, no time, and B, maybe the dream sometimes was so big that people, and so probably unreachable that you just say, I'm never going to be able to do it.
But it's not even that, it's that we don't realize that the thing that we just do quite naturally. Like for me, as I said, I was always there for everyone. I didn't realize that that was something that I could do as a way of, being a dream coach, or you know, the dream catcher, so to speak. For me, it is that thing that where you yearn for it, because some people, you know, the ones who go out every weekend with the friends, and you know, you go for a drink, and that's the thing that you do, and some people numb themselves that way, right? And say, well, I can't do this because, you know, it costs too much. But they know, those are the ones who are aware of what their dream is, but they're saying, oh, it costs this and it costs that. But if
the energy it takes to get
there. But here it is, on a Friday night, Saturday night, you're going out with friends, you're taking that time, you're spending money for a babysitter if you have children, and then you have to spend money as you go out, and like, you know us, we have to get a new outfit every Saturday night to go out where we want to go.
And it's not listening to the show, I hope.
You know, or the shoe or anything else, you know.
Yeah,
right.
Okay, so, man, it's time to fill up more coffee.
More coffee. Right.
But
this is what it is. Or, you know, for me, it's like buying that outfit that I see that I didn't need and then put it in the back of the closet. And when I'm asked about, where did that come? I'm like, you don't remember that?
Yes.
Yeah. So,
this whole thing?
Yeah. So, you know, it's all that money you spent on things. And even in my case, sometimes I buy food and I don't prepare it. And then by the time, I just have to throw it out because it's no longer, you know, edible. Yeah. So these things, that's where you can then fund your dreams.
Makes sense. You've just given a really good, I mean, that makes sense, you know? But it's just a matter of the sacrifices that you're willing to make to get to where you want to be, like your dream. You know,
do you remember that exercise I gave you on the phone just a couple of days ago? When I asked you to smile?
Yes. Okay. Yes, I remember that.
Yeah. Yes. I asked you to smile and then think of something bad as you're smiling.
Yes. And I couldn't do it.
And you couldn't do it. And that's what I like people.
Because I was smiling and I was trying to think of something, and it was like my smile wouldn't leave me.
Exactly. Yeah. So therefore, that's what I would like people to do. When you feel that you don't have any joy, just put on a smile.
So I'm going to put it out there. If there's somebody watching, do this exercise. I want you to smile and then think of something.
Just think of the bad that you're thinking that you're going through, and you cannot think of it if you maintain that smile. So therefore, if you just put a smile on your face and go through your day will be joyous.
It's almost like that song that the Christian, the gospel singer, Smile. I can't sing, sorry. I want people to keep watching. But it's one of those very uplifting songs. Whenever you hear it, I think you probably know it. I always
smile, and
even though you know the song. I'll share it on when I get the name. I'll share on the social on my channel. Yes. But it's one of those songs. Like, again, when you hear it, you just you just
have to.
And the lyrics are very fitting to what you're saying.
Yes.
The lyrics are very fitting.
The other thing I think about is that when I get up in the morning, I just give myself a word for the day. And it's a word, okay, my word today is joyous. Yeah.
I'd like something uplifting. Like,
yes. Yeah. But the thing is that no matter what, I'm going to think joy. Even in your daily life, if you think of someone who you think is being mean to you, look deeply into them and see yourself. And when you see yourself, love on yourself. And if you're loving on yourself, you're loving on that person, so therefore they can't do you any wrong. That's all I do. Those are the things that I do. And with that young man, those are the things that he brought back to me, because as I started my growth process, those are the things that I used to do. Right? So it's just give myself a daily word, a word of it's going to be peaceful. It is going to be loving. It's going to be kind. And therefore, it's just do that. And when I do that, it's just like, I love on that word. And when I love on that word, it's like I stand taller, my shoulders go back, and I see the world.
And I was going to say that he has already made a difference, because I see it in you. Like, unfortunately, he's not here with us, but he has already made a difference. His loss, or his family's loss, you're now like, there's a gain in terms of he's giving you back your life. Like, he's reignited you, and I can see that.
He's giving me that reignition of the reignition of the dreams I had, the goals I had, and not only just the goals but the outcome, and to be clear as to what I want to do.
And also to, in terms of the dream coach, to actually reigniting and actually coaching somebody through their, you know, what their aspirations are. And so this is why I'm like really, we're seconds away from meeting your lady that you brought on there. And I know you're going to basically be running through a couple of exercises, kind of talking with her, and
just talk to
so
her
you can get an
so
idea.
you get an idea.
Yeah,
just
so
talking to her.
I want to stop right here because me and you could go on forever.
You know that.
And when we come back, we are going to be joined with the lady named Shantel, and she is going. We're just going to have a conversation, and Diana's going to run through a little bit of you know, what she does as a dream coach. So come on back with us. I know you probably are a little low on the coffee there, so fill it up. Come on back on the other side, and when you come back, we're going to be joined by Shantel, and Diana Francis is going to be doing her life coach, her dream coach thing. And welcome back to the Lady Boss Show. I am here with my good friend, dream coach Diana Francis, and joining us on the couch is Shantel.
Hi.
Hi, Shantel. Welcome. And I know right now we're going to be giving a little bit. I'm going to be kind of looking into maybe a few of your sessions and of how you're able to reveal and help people to get to what their dream is actually about. And I know that you were telling me that you start off with like the why questions and then you
we ask basically when you when I ask a question and I receive a response, then I take that response and I turn it into a why question. Right, and so therefore it gives the opportunity to someone like Shantel, a client, to help themselves to peel back the layers, because in that way you take ownership.
Yes.
And basically I am guiding someone to have an intention, and you know, for them to know what their intention is. Then also after having that intention is to back it up with integrity, because based on whatever we uncovered is that, are you going to be committed to moving forward with what you've uncovered, and what you'd like, what your dream is? Are you going to pursue this?
What your dream is, and that's what people have to be thinking all the time when you're watching this. I want them to internalize what their dream is, because everybody has one.
Everyone has one. Everyone was born with a purpose. We were all created with a purpose. It is in your DNA.
A purpose also, and a dream too. A dream to be who they want to be.
Yes.
Really.
Yes.
Right.
And you know, you're not taking away from your husband, your children, your grandmother, your mother or father by living your dream. Actually, you're gifting them with a deeper dimension as to who you are and what you bring to the table. Because I just look at everybody as like God's big puzzle, and so we're all a piece that we fit somewhere. And if you're not living your purpose, then your fit is off.
Chantel is nodding, preaching to the choir. Is that yours?
So my dear Shantel, so you and I went through some questions on the phone, and when I first asked you, what's your dream? What was your response? Let's be honest.
It took me some time to come to the conclusion, because I had to really think about what I like to do without thinking about what I like to do. So I came back with you. At first I had no idea, and we were thinking about it for a while and talking about it, and then I came back the next day and I told you that I'd like to make people laugh.
Yeah. And so that is what she said to me, because you know, she says,
and you know what, I really, sorry not to interrupt you, but I really like that dream, making people laugh. Because we do need more laughter nowadays.
Yes.
Everything's so serious, people take themselves so seriously. So when you shared that dream, your dream, I'm like, yes, somebody wants to make somebody laugh.
Yes.
I could be your first guinea pig.
And the thing was, not funny, but the realization was that when I asked her the question, when I posed the question, she's like, I don't have a dream.
Yes.
And she goes, I don't know what it is. And you know, we were talking, we continued to talk, and I was telling her about my first impression of her when I first met her. And then the next day, she actually called me and she goes, I got it. And the joy.
Yeah, when you really...
I felt good, but I felt silly because it was right there all along.
Yeah.
I felt excited. I wanted to tell.
What do you mean it was right there all along? Like that's
Well, I do it all the time.
That's, yeah.
It was obvious, but it wasn't obvious.
Well, it was obvious, but wasn't obvious until Diana probably.
And then so I said to her, so she was like, you know, what am I going to do? How am I going to do this? Am I supposed to become a comedian? And so I said, yes, that could be. And like you gave me an idea to pass along to her, so which I have not yet, and I'll do right now. She says, open mic at Yuck Yucks.
Really?
Yes,
Oh.
yes. Right? So therefore,
We'll be there.
We'll be looking forward to seeing her.
We'll have our sister there.
Yes. But then the other thing that
And we'll be in the front row seat so you can heckle us.
Yeah. And I said to her, what I tried to get her to show her how she can do this, I said to her, do you realize that in the hospitals there are children who are sad because they're sick? So you can go and do things to make them smile. There are people in retirement homes or nursing homes who have
family haven't seen them
for a little bit, and
they're isolated.
They're isolated, and so therefore you can go and do something.
It's a gift that you have.
Yes, and you know, just little things like that, and you know, we started talking about it. She's like, wow. Ooh, I didn't think of it. Ooh, it was like, you know, it's like being a kid again. Whereas all of a sudden, because children, if you ask a child, what do they dream about doing or being, they will tell you.
It's true.
We as adults, as we get older, we take on responsibilities. You know, you got to go to university now, or you got to go to college, and you become so serious that you forget those little things that you were thinking of doing and being or having, you know. And I had an occasion, just a little segue. I was attending my, I'm going to put this out there now, my grandson's second birthday.
Grandson?
And I was...
What is he, second birthday? I was gonna try to help you with 2 months, but
yeah,
you can't.
His second birthday, and he's 6, him and I are both Leos.
Aww.
He's 6 days after me.
That's so sweet.
So yes, and so he is keeping his poor parents, you know,
on their
toes. Oh, yes. And so he has no fear. But there is a mom and a daughter who was attending the birthday party, and the mom was saying that her daughter wants to travel. She wants to go on her own to Europe, and she's afraid of doing this. And I said to her, no, you're holding back her dream. And after we had a discussion, she's like, you know, I never saw it like that. And so she, right there and then, she looked at her daughter in her eyes and she says, okay, I'm going to let you go.
Wow.
And so the daughter just hugged me. She's like, thank you, thank you, thank you. Because that's all she wanted to do. She wanted to travel, right? She's finished university, so she wanted to take a year and travel. And, you know, I just gave them some ideas after speaking to her and everything else right there.
And that's what you do so well, right? I mean,
but you see, it's natural. It's a thing that is a gift that is so naturally who you are.
And that's what Shantel
that's
when
what
she
she-
says, I've been doing it all along.
Yeah.
You've been giving people the gift of laughter all along, and now you could just really, you know, with your dream coach, really elevate that and step into real purpose and, you know, making it a part of your living.
So,
you know.
So tell us now, now that you've discovered what your dream is, what do you plan to do next? I know we're working together, and that's fine. And we have gift certificates for everyone, whereas I will be investing $70 in you. All you have to invest in yourself is $27. If you think about that, that's coffee, donuts for a month. I am investing the major part in you.
So you're offering to our people like a session where they can...
A session, yes.
And I think it's a session that would be worth taking because you're going to help them to reveal what their dream is. And
what you're holding in your hand.
Yes, what I'm holding in my hands, what their dream is. But I'll actually share your number. But why I say it's worth, and Shantel probably can speak to this, is that when you even know what your dream is, you're already feeling one step, like you're feeling up better. Like even the fact that you don't even do it, the fact that you know what your dream is, how did you feel, Shantel?
I feel good.
Yeah.
It's kind of silly, like I'm smiling to myself. You guys are talking and engaging, and I'm just like thinking of all the silly things that I'm doing, you know. So that's why it's, exactly as you said. You feel better. You feel great. You feel semi-invincible because there's still homework, but you know. Yeah, I feel really good. And
well, by the time Diana finishes with you, you'll feel invincible.
Excellent.
And that's
semi-invincible. We're halfway there.
Exactly that. You know, and it's like, for me, because what I bring to the table is that, along with this gift that God has given me, our Creator has, you know, saw fit to give me, I have this intuition. Similarly, because of what I said to you, what I shared with you with the young man, it's that for some reason, whenever I'm speaking, and with you, you can also attest to this, is that it's not anything planned or structured whenever we start a conversation. And when we start a conversation or something that you're going through that you need assistance with, the words just come.
Yeah.
And you know, when I owned my spa, I used to say to my clients at the time, when I offer them any suggestions, I would say to them, write it down, pay attention, because after I tell you, I don't remember any of it.
Are you like, remember that show, The King Came My Hair? You guys remember that show?
Yes.
Where she would touch the hair and she'd start to, if you do something similar, like you do a sign in there, and you'd be like, write this down because it's going to come to me and then it's going to go.
Yes. Trust me, we had some moments like that, yes, back in the day, yes, it's true. But that's what it is. It's like, what happens with me with someone is that I can see clearly the potential or the dream, or you know, to get you to that place where you're going to have your aha, you know, that favorite coin phrase that we like to use. And then we start the real work. Like, discovering what it is the first step. Then the real work starts, because as I said, you have your intention, you have to put intention behind that.
But the real work is not as dry as one may think.
No, it's fun.
Yeah, it's a fun journey.
It's a fun, oh my goodness, it is so much fun, because it's like, it's the thing that gets me up in the morning. It's that other thing that we're talking about that make you so tall. Yes.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. We can't let it out. But you know, it's just those things. It's like it's becoming alive again. It's living. It's having that zest for life. It's enjoying your bliss. That's it. It's enjoying your bliss. What do you think?
Yeah.
You knew this all along. You made me do all this hard work, dressing me out and stuff. I'm like sweating profusely, twisting, untwisting.
No,
you knew this all along.
Yes.
And I had to do it.
Because I can't tell you what your dream is. If I tell you, then the thing is, and then it seems like I'm telling you something.
You could have put breadcrumbs and said, well, remember when?
That's what I did. Breadcrumbs right there. You know, when I sent you away and you called me the next day, that was
those were the breadcrumbs?
That was a loaf. No breadcrumbs.
You dropped it on the ground.
I just bang.
Jamaica hard bread. Boom.
Right, but it is for everyone. I'll give you another story. In October of last year, I've lived in this building for 17 years, which you can attest to. And there is, like, basically, I know almost everyone who's been there around that time, as much the length of time as I have been there. There's a lady I met, Renuka, and I was down in the laundry room and she came in. Now, I've known her before, and she was a jovial woman, smile on her face. She's an Indian lady, and she and I are friends. We say hi, even when we drive by each other, we have to wave out the window and everything at each other. Yes. So
I could just see it now.
Yes. And so I was in the laundry room and she came in, and what was in front of me was unlike her. She was just sad and, you know, just totally looking depressed. And I looked at her and I go, so how are you doing? You know, good morning, how are you? I'm almost finished with this, you know, trying to engage her. You can have...
She wasn't engaging.
Yeah, she wasn't engaging. And then I turned to her and I go, what's going on? You don't seem yourself. And she said to me, and I was so taken aback, She said, I'm about ready to give up.
Wow.
I'm done. She goes, you know, she's diabetic and her levels were really high. She had challenges with her eyes where she gets an injection all the time, and in her eyes once per month, and then different things, and she just said, and I'm achy all over, and I just give up. I can't. She goes, you know, I'm honestly, to tell you the truth, I just want to die.
Ooh.
And I'm like, where did this come from? We're in the laundry room.
But she was comfortable to say that.
But she was comfortable to say that.
Because not too many people would admit they want to.
Yeah. She says, like, I just want to give up. I just want to give up.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you, because of her, why I followed through also with this. And I'll finish the story quickly. What she said, what we did right there is that I started talking to her and I started giving her some ideas. And I said, Renuka, this is not you. And I said, okay, for your diabetes, I want you to do these 3 things.
And she did them.
She did them. And her levels are down. And for your attitude, I said, Renuka, your daughter is beautiful. Because, you know, I know the family. I said, your daughter is beautiful. You've got a loving, supportive husband, right? She works for the Toronto District School Board. And I
Not to cut you, but sorry, when you say her daughter's beautiful, did you just say she's beautiful too? It's like, because I'm feeling like, your daughter's beautiful. Like,
oh, no, you know. Oh, no. I didn't tell her that. No, because I need to give her a shot and for her to be focused.
I got it.
So I said, you've got a beautiful daughter. This is like,
that's where I go, right? That's where my mind goes. Okay.
And I said to her, no, I said, you've got a beautiful daughter. She's talented and everything. And I said, you've got lots to live for. Not even to live for, but I said, there's a lot of positive. I didn't go to the live for part. I said, you've got a lot of positive occurring. I said, there are people in relationships who do not have the support that you have, right? And I said, yes. So your eyes, there are things going on with your eyes that can be addressed also. After our conversation in the laundry room, she hugged me. She goes, thank you. She even gave a testimonial, right? And to this day, so the reason I told you this story is because I was planning on going to Phoenix for some training. And I was like, no, I don't want to spend the money and I don't want to go. And she goes, you've got to go.
Wow.
She says, you should be doing this as a business.
Wow.
How
long ago was that?
This was in October of last year, 2017.
See that?
So she
revealed your dream.
Yes.
And then,
right? Yes.
Some of the loaf of bread that you dropped?
Yes. But
should be a loaf of bread.
And it was, she said to me, when I wasn't planning on going, she says, you've got to go.
Oh my gosh.
She says, you have to go. And so when I told her that I launched the website and everything else,
she must have been excited.
She's like, yes. And when I asked her to write a testimonial, she did. Wow. And that was like tremendous because, you know, it was a thing that I do naturally, which I didn't think of doing in this way.
I mean, just circling back to Shantel when she said it's something that I always did.
Yes.
That's something that you always did.
Always did naturally.
So it's just kind of saying the right things, asking the right questions to get that aha moment, right? Because it's like, I always did this. Like, was there something like for you, like how Diana shared that story where laughter helped somebody through some of the, something that was really hard for them to go through and you were able to bring your little technique of laughter? Or?
I make people laugh daily, all the time. So it could be a simple conversation and we're just laughing.
Wow.
Laughing like crazy people.
So you were probably like, the funniest, like is all your family like, you know, full of jokes and laughter? Or is it, you're the life of the party, as they say. The party doesn't start till Shantel comes,
exactly. Right? I believe we all have our, I don't know, it's like a culture. It's kind of weird. It's not like we all get around at Christmas and just like pick. Yeah. But it just happens in certain conversations. So maybe one day my mom will be hilarious, and then it's me the next time or the next conversation that takes over. It just works together. We like kind of feed off each other.
So you're a family that feeds off of the joy of each other. And just
even bad situations. Sometimes she'll say something and I'll just be like, and we're laughing like hyenas for hours.
But you know, that's good though.
That's good.
It's a healing, like laughter is healing.
It's healing, and this is what it is, because I even, if there is a story that I remember, this woman, I was watching this show, and she said she was diagnosed with cancer. And she decided she was going to heal herself. So in her home, all she did was she watched things that would make her laugh. So she was watching I Love Lucy and The Honeymooners, and her husband would just sit for hours, and all she's doing is laughing, laughing, laughing. And at the end of the show, it shows that there was a recap, and they talked about her being in remission for over 15 years.
Wow.
And that's the thing, is that the gifts we have are the things that can heal us when we feel that, life is putting so much upon us.
There's kind of a saying, actually, I think it's, I don't know if it's Caribbean overall or Jamaica, they say take bad things and laugh sometimes, So.
Yes, and that's what we need to do.
That's another, take bad things.
Take bad things and laugh.
When I fell off my bike the other day, and I was laughing, like dying of laughter on the floor, and I probably looked crazy.
How did you fall off your bike, please?
Please share.
So I was on Lakeshore. I had a long day. I just got a bike and I love it. I try to cycle nearly everywhere, but it's not practical. So I cycle when I can. So I came from home, I went to the pool, I went swimming for an hour.
Had a good day.
Yeah, I rid the bike all the way down to the bike shop because of my rear tire, and I was trying to figure it out because I'm new to this, right? When you're younger, someone else did it. Now you have to figure it out. So
it's true.
I went to the bike shop and got it all sorted, and after they have the fan, and I felt really relaxed. I'm like, oh, I'm so tired. I don't know if I can make it back home now. Anyway, I tried. So I said, okay, let me just bike down the road a little bit. So I was on Lakeshore, biking down. Saw the road on Lakeshore. And I said, okay, I'm going to go catch the bus at the next, here, Ontario, let's say. So I'm biking along to here, Ontario. And then I have to go on the road, from the road to the sidewalk. Because, road's not really safe.
Yes.
Everybody's aggressive.
Yes.
The sidewalk's not safe because people are on the sidewalk. So it's
You have to
a little
toss it
bit,
up.
you got to go back and forth. So I went back on the sidewalk, and I passed a side street. I'm going back up now, and there was a raised curb, like on the sidewalk. So it's like the sidewalk's uneven. It was. So I'm riding my bike, not fast enough, but I just came off the side street, and the curb tripped me up. So it's like, you trip over something. That's what happened in the bike. And I just basically fell, but my one foot caught the floor good. But then I flipped, the bike flipped. Next you know, you hear like a sandwich sign.
So you couldn't be cool.
The sandwich,
Yeah.
It was a mess. I was on the floor and I just started laughing. Like I was, and I'm like, oh my God. A lady ran out of the store and she's like, oh my God, are you okay? I don't know if it was like a spa or like I don't know. I was just on the floor. It was too late for all that. And she's like, are you okay? And I'm like, oh my God, I'm fine. But I'm like, I look so silly.
She's laughing.
I'm laughing, and she probably thinks I've gone mad, like lost it. And I probably look bad. I'm wearing like a dress, and I'm on the bike, and I have my backpack from the pool. But anyway, so she's like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm like the sign. And she's like, but how did you know I fell? She's like, I heard it. It was like boom. I'm like, sorry, it was the sign. I look up, the guy on the motorcycle was like looking at me. People are turning left and not turning. I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like, so I was going to stop at here in Ontario. As I said, take the bus. And I said, forget that. I'm going to go down the road somewhere so they forget about me. Take the bus from there.
That's the West Indian, you want to be, when you drunk, you want to look cool and stuff, right? Our back, wow, that was exciting. That was, you're right, Shantel really does let her remove her smile, and she is really funny.
Yes.
I'm so glad that you came and you brought one of your good ladies there, Shantel. And we're just going to close it up by first saying thank you, Diana, so much.
Thank you for having me.
For being my friend all these years and holding me up.
Hey, always.
When sometimes I need to be held up. And just where can people go if they want to live their dreams?
They can check me out on livingyourdreams.ca, or they can send me a text or a call at 416-856-4456.
Thank you. I'm getting emotional because it's my girl there and I'm really proud of her.
Thank you.
And you continue to live your dreams and we will hold each other up.
Thank you. And as Shantel said to me, a friend of hers wants
So there you go.
to me to teach
That's
her how to
the
do
best
her dream.
way to compliment somebody,
Yes.
by giving them a referral to say how good the service was for them.
Yeah.
And also she's actually, wants her friend to live her dream.
Yes.
So it's a double win for everybody.
It's paying it forward.
Paying it
It's paying
forward.
it forward. That's what I believe in. It's
Paying
for all
it
of us to
forward.
pay it forward.
Yes.
Peace out. Thank you all
Yes.
for joining us.
Yes. Until next time, please live a life of inspiration, and stay tuned with me next week when I have another exciting guest to share with you. Thank you. I'm Janise Smith, and thanks for tuning in.